funding for Ukraine and Israel is heating up on Capitol Hill. Bree Jackson is in Washington with the latest.
Israel expanding its ground offensive against Hamas and warning Gazans to flee to certain neighborhoods in the south.
They are pushing us from one place to the next, and each one is worse than the last.
As the humanitarian crisis worsens, the Biden administration is repeating its call for Israeli forces to limit civilian casualties.
You have got to give civilians the time and capacity and real opportunity to leave.
Israel Defense Forces responded to those concerns while still vowing to continue the war.
Absolutely. We're very attentive to the administration, and from a military to military perspective, we are constantly engaging with our American counterparts. There is no fairy godmother that will make Hamas disappear.
As the fighting rages on overseas, the battle over funding is ramping up on Capitol Hill. The White House sending an urgent message, pushing for Congress to approve aid to Israel and Ukraine.
We're running out of money, and we are nearly out of time.
The holdup for funding for the two war-torn countries is division over money for our own southern border. Republicans want major changes to curb illegal crossings.
The world is watching what we do in Congress these coming weeks. You can bet Vladimir Putin is watching, Hamas is watching, Iran, President Xi, North Korea, all our adversaries. They're watching closely.
And the clock is ticking for lawmakers to act by the end of this year.
That was Bree Jackson reporting. The Senate is expected to hold a vote on the aid package this week.
Well, tomorrow night's GOP debate lineup will feature a smaller list of candidates on the stage. Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Chris Christie will face off in tomorrow night's debate in Alabama. Frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, will once again skip the event. He will instead attend a fundraiser in Florida.
In Money Matters, lower and middle class households saw their net worth increase during the pandemic, and there's a new grand theft auto on the way. Maribel Aber joins us now from the NASDAQ market site in New York with these business headlines and a look at stocks. Good morning, Maribel.
Hey, good morning, Michelle. After a strong month-long rally, investors have begun to take some profits. We saw some weakness in stocks yesterday, and this morning we're seeing some selling. Right now on the board, looks like the Dow's down about 147. Here at NASDAQ, we're down 26, and the S&P down about 14 points. Lower income and middle class households saw a bigger jump in wealth than high income households early on in the pandemic. This is according to a report. It comes from the Pew Research Center, and it says wealth of lower income households shot up 101% from the end of 2019 through the end of 2021. Middle class wealth grew at a 29% rate during the period, and upper income households saw a gain of 15%. One of the big factors of the growth was the government stimulus checks, and housing aid for renters and homeowners also helped. You can get a look at the next Grand Theft Auto video game now.